Hey, you guys, this is Darius and Thaddeus of the Did I Incarnate podcast, and we are continuing our interview series with Renee. I know Renee because she's been a student of mine in my meetup groups. I've been helping her with expanding her heart space, being able to go into her heart, and to be able to read for other people. She's quite intuitive. You'll be seeing a lot more of her as I continue to work with her. She has a great Facebook page where she does tarot readings, I believe.
That's right.
Yes. Read by Renee. Read my cards. Let me check. What is it again? What is it? The actual thingy?
Read my cards, Renee. That's
Read
me.
my cards, Renee. Okay, awesome. How are you doing today, Renee?
I'm awesome. How about you?
I'm excellent.
Good.
So, like I just said, I know you from helping you with your intuition. I want you to tell them how you were before we met, because I don't know that, Renee. I know you in the meetup groups, but I don't know you before the meetup group. So tell me about that, Renee.
Okay. So basically, the intuition has always been there. It's really about trusting what comes up, and you've been really instrumental in helping me to believe that what I'm sensing and seeing and hearing is to be trusted and to go with it. I really appreciate that. So it's been working for me, and every day it's been getting better and better. And
Okay, awesome.
yeah.
So for those who don't know, I constantly speak about expanding the heart space and going into that space because that space acts as a portal for heaven and love, and just it's who we naturally exist as. It kind of connects us back to who we naturally are. So when you go into that space, you can receive things that you couldn't have imagined to receive before. And it's the great thing about this is that it's an active way to be intuitive. Before I started doing this, I just had to wait and somehow I'll retrieve the information, but this is like, okay, active. It's like pressing a button and turning on your intuition. It's literally that active. And I was told to do it by a great intuitive reader. And ever since I've been doing that, I've been professing it to everyone I know because it is so powerful. And as she just said, she has great results with it. So if you're watching this and you're wanting to go into your heart space, make sure you do it. It's very easy and very simple. Did you have, since we first discussed this going into your heart space method, did you have any like issues with it? Like, was it difficult for you, Renee?
It wasn't difficult at all. It was just a matter of somebody just telling me to try it,
Yeah.
I don't remember how I actually came about visualizing what my heart space looked like. I don't know if that was a suggestion that you had or not, but I have an idea in my head of what my heart space looks like, and I'll go there. It's gold. You did say, what does it look like? And to me, like, my heart is gold, and it's
Right.
so those two things help kind of like help me do that. Go in.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you said that yours is gold because I usually say like a white light, but if you see a different color there, that's perfectly fine. There's no wrong way to go into your heart space. It's just a matter of understanding that you're doing it and expecting the answers. And the great thing about this is that you can literally connect with whomever. Any energy you want to can be found in this space. You can connect. You don't even need to know who the energy is. If I mention one person's name and you go into your heart space, you will gather several amounts of information for that one person just because you go into your heart space. So with this Facebook group, have you been utilizing your heart space in order to read as you're reading your cards on your Facebook group?
Well, that is going to be happening going forward. That group has been up for, I want to say 6 months, and it's been strictly tarot. But
Okay.
I actually did a few readings yesterday with the tarot, and I integrated both methods into it, and it was fabulous.
Nice. Okay. And how would you define your method of reading tarot? What is what is Renee's way?
I mean, there's some similarities, it's all about who you're connecting with to get your answers.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I would usually, as the default, is to connect with that person's higher self.
Right. Okay.
So that works the best. But yeah, if I started asking now, is there someone you would like me to connect with? And one of my newest friends has a boyfriend that died, and she wanted me to connect with him. And so we did that. It worked out unbelievable. It was fabulous.
Okay. And you do use tarot, but I can attest to her ability to not use anything but herself. I'm not, well, I don't want to like put what you're doing like down or anything, but I don't think she even needs tarot cards at all. I think she's great without them, you know, but if she wants to do them, of course she can. But I know I can attest her abilities to be phenomenal without them. And I mean phenomenal, very precise with what she's receiving. I think for intuitives, it is very hard to be extremely specific, but she will give you like very fine details, like hair color, like weight and size and things. She's giving me readings for me, and the things she said and how she described the person was very precise without anything, without any cards. So if she wants to do tarot, that's fine, but I don't think she needs it personally. You know,
it is the safer choice to go with tarot. It's more structured.
Yeah. But I think for a lot of people that tarot can be like a stepping stool for confidence, really. Because, you know, once you build that confidence up, you don't need anything. And that's why I want everyone to go to. Because I have tarot cards, but I haven't used them in a while, honestly. But I like tarot, but mainly because of the pictures. It's like nice artwork, essentially.
It's fun.
It is very fun. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Like, we don't need to do it, but it's fun for us to do, you know? So where are you looking to progress your Facebook channel?
Well, you know, meeting you was such a great opportunity for me, because now I have more tools. And like you said, I want to expand my abilities. I mean, I have ideas of where I want to go. One of which is I would like to do past life regressions with people. I would like to do some animal channeling. Those are two things that I will start beginning this year. So yeah.
Okay, and what's the first step to doing that? You said you wanted to do past life regressions. What's the first step? I'll give you
just dive right in and see how it goes.
Exactly. I was going to say that, but most importantly, do it with yourself first. You don't even need someone. Do it on yourself. You know, go into your heart space and have and make the goal to be like an hour-long regression of your past life. To get whatever you want from that past life. What you'll notice is that you receive what you need to know for this life, you know, and you can then speak on that experience in a video, and you can post it on your Facebook if you like, and that will progress with time. You can start doing it for others for free, then you can start charging for that price and whatnot. But it's something I want you to like dive into. And you also say you want to start channeling animals, because you are, like you said, you're very connected to animals.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be something that's gonna really explode for you, because you are connected to animals. Earlier today, I was telling him that I'm like a giraffe, and I got that from you. You know, remember yesterday you were telling me I'm like a giraffe. I can connect. Yeah, like I would never think of that myself, but the way that these animals come to you, and the way that they apply to the scenario that you're intuitively receiving on, is really specific to what you can do as an intuitive reader. So it's really exciting for you to be aware of that gift, and for you to be able to utilize that gift, because it's not something everyone has.
So Renee, so it's okay. So you're the reason why he said giraffe. Yeah. Okay. Because when he said that today, I was just like, giraffe? Like, please, dude. I'm like, what? And he explained. I was like, I think I get it. So you're the source of that. Okay, cool. Okay. Well, Renee, let me ask you something, because as I'm looking at you, I'm noticing your energy as well. So it seems as if like you're going through like a spiritual shedding in an interesting way. It's pretty cool. And I guess my question would be, what would you say for you? It's no right or wrong answer, but what would you say for you is the next, I guess, phase for, you know, your spirituality? You can answer that however you want, if that makes sense.
The next phase. Well, you know, it's funny. I really am very interested in not wearing shoes anymore, being barefoot all the time.
Okay.
So that's a spiritual thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I support you in that. He will tell you that I'm barefoot like all the time.
Are you really? Oh my God.
Yeah. I support you in that, truly.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
Very strongly about it. It needs to happen.
Yeah. I agree. Okay. Yeah, because there's a lot of benefits. A lot of benefits with
It just feels better. It just feels like there's no effort. It just feels natural, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of research with earthing and things like that.
Yeah. And you connect as you touch things. You connect with it. I mean, because the earth is you. You're connecting with a part of you in ways that you haven't before. You know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
For sure.
Cool. Okay. So Renee, I don't know if you've seen our previous interview with Dukshi, but if not, I'm going to ask you a few questions as well, just a little bit about yourself, just so everybody get to know you a little bit more. But what would you say is it could be random. What are 2 things that you would want other people to know about you?
I'm a Sagittarius. I have a lot of fire in my chart. I think that shapes a big part of who I am. I'm a Leo moon.
Nice.
Yeah, so and I have a Leo in my Mars. The placements in my chart are all very intense, and I'm like an extremely intense person.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I have so much energy, like it's insane.
What's your rising sign?
My rising sign, it depends on really what chart you consult or which person you consult. I've been told Aquarius and Pisces. It seems it's right on the cusp.
Okay, nice. I'm gonna take a leap of faith and say Pisces, mainly because I think that with you, when I first met you, I'm feeling the fire so much more now. But when I first met you, I feel like the fire was tamed.
Okay.
You know, and I feel like if it was an Aquarius rising, that fire would have like shot through.
Yeah.
This air and fire, like, you know, so I'm feeling like the fire is like tamed, but I can see it. It's there, you know, and it's like the guy was saying when you say you went to I forgot her name, but you were doing like a channeling with someone, and the guy was just doing a reading for you, and he said he was afraid of you, like because you're so powerful. Remember you told me that?
Yes,
I can feel that, and that has been growing more and more. Like every time I see you, that fire is growing higher and higher and higher.
Wow.
When I first met you, it was there, but it wasn't like now. Like now, it's like it's really getting there. You know, really getting there. Okay. For sure. Yeah, I want to say Pisces rising though, because I'm a Pisces rising, so I know. You know.
Oh, wow.
I am. Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's good though. So that's one thing you want people to know. What else you want others to know?
I would say, well, it's probably important for everyone to know that I do have roots in Brooklyn, New York. That shaped like a big part of who I am. I'm a very diverse person, you know, like down here in South Florida, it's pretty down home, but like I'm from Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a very, very different type of lifestyle. And I have always been accused of sort of having like this tough exterior, but it's not what it is. It's just the city life, you know. You never lose it. It's always there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, nice.
That's pretty cool. I would have never guessed that, huh?
I can. Yeah. Well,
you know her.
I
know her.
Yes, I don't count. Yeah.
So wait, does your accent come out like when you get super excited or mad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's what I'm saying. I didn't hear her say any, you know, a thing yet. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Wow. Okay.
It's there.
Okay. I don't know. I'm meeting a lot of people who are from like New York, and it's just so cool. I don't know. I just find that whole talk like, I don't know. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Like having conversations with you guys is just, I don't know. It's just fun to me. It's just like when you guys get passionate and then I just hear the accent, and then I'm just like, I love this. Like, keep going. Okay.
I'm Sicilian also, so that really adds to the, you know.
Yeah.
The loudness. I could get pretty loud and excited. So.
Okay. So you said you have a lot of fire. So how do you utilize like your fire in your everyday life?
Well, let's see. I would say that, to be honest with you, I need to channel the energy, because if I don't, it'll eat me up, you know? So yeah. I lift weights. Currently living with a power lifter, and he has been training me for the last year. So I'm benching and squatting and deadlifting on a regular basis. So, that is something that I do and I'm really proud of, and that it helps to keep me confident and just, you know, happy, you know?
Yeah.
And the fire actually comes out when you're doing your intuitive readings, because you speak with such confidence. That's something that you've never had a problem with that. Even in the very beginning, when you would get something, it was just very like, you just spoke as if you knew it was correct. It was always a sense of confidence. And not everyone has that. Not everyone, even those who are extremely intuitive, they might know the answer, but they might feel very timid to speak it out. With you, that was not an issue. It was like, okay, this is the answer. You just have a very confident tone to your voice. And that's very important for an intuitive reader, because as an intuitive reader, you want to make sure that you're guiding the client. You're guiding the person you're reading for, as opposed to the client guiding you. And you are a natural born leader, so that won't be an issue for you at all. Because I can see the confidence coming out as you do an intuitive reading for others. Absolutely.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
That's actually pretty cool. Like, I know she said some cool things. Something that it was cool that you noticed, like how you said, like when you're doing stuff with, like how you're utilizing that fire, like if you don't use it, it eats you up. And that's actually cool that you know that about yourself, and you're actually doing stuff positively, utilizing your fire positively in a way, you know, that serves you, that helps you, it makes you feel better, confident, things like that. And I say that because I've seen other people who, you know, they utilize their fire, but not so much in a better route. And I'm noticing like how you just described that, and I find that to be actually pretty awesome. And just seeing how it's like a flow of utilizing that fire, but as you're utilizing it, it makes you better, it makes you stronger, it makes you confident. So that's pretty cool. Okay. More questions. What questions do you have?
So what would you define as your gifts? Of course, we can all do everything, but we all have these certain things we're drawn to the most. I'm drawn to connecting to different entities. That to me is so much fun. Different to connect, like taking the energy of a tree and to connecting to with that. Taking the energy of my higher self and connecting with that. That's my thing. I channel different energies. What is your thing, intuitively speaking?
That's a really good question. I have to say that I'm really just in the beginning stages of figuring out what my gifts are. I've always known that I had these abilities that seem to come and go depending on my spiritual condition, because I would go in and out of, consciousness, so to speak. And when I'm really in a zone, so to speak, and connected, a lot of my gifts are not really voluntary. They just sort of like come at me, premonitions in the dream state and in the waking state. But right now, I would really like to develop my gifts more so that it's a voluntary thing, and, not relying on just when they feel like showing up.
Right.
Yeah.
And what do you think the first step of doing that is? Making it more active and on your terms. What is the thing to do like today? What can you do right now to do that?
Well, I've been practicing all day, just channeling what's around me. I have a dog and I walk him twice a day. So rather than, being on my phone or making phone calls, I'm very aware of what's around me, plant life and clouds, sun, whatever. And I'll just start channeling as I'm walking the dog. So it's a new thing for me.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And as you were describing, I'm glad you asked that. As you were describing that, this is just a suggestion, but what's coming to me is that with your abilities, if you meditate or however you go into your space, try to create like a space, however you want to do it, land, whatever, and make that like the center, the center point or the home of your abilities, wherever your abilities, where they gather. And then, you can imagine that your abilities have their own consciousness, and then you can speak with it.
Yes, that's smart. It's a great way to do that. Yes, that's a really good idea.
Yeah, you can ask them like, how can I utilize you more, or what can I do? So since you're a creator and you can utilize that, you can just create that. You create that space that allows that your abilities to come in more, and you can be able to talk to it one-on-one and get it instead of it just coming at you. But that was just a suggestion that
a
came
really
to
good
me.
Suggestion. Yeah. Me too. I can do that as well. That's gonna help me out as well.
Along the same lines, and this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while. I haven't had my own room in 2 years, so I'm on the verge of moving. It's gonna happen this weekend, after all.
Nice.
And, my room is gonna be my sanctuary, and I'm gonna have an altar, and I'm gonna light candles. Fire is very igniting for me. Like I feel that a shift when there's fire around, so I have lots of candles, and wood. I've recently been experimenting with Palo Santo. It really, really seems to activate my abilities as well. So when I have my own space, I can really tailor it to the way I want. And the other thing too is the spirits that are around me. I was really unaware of how many spirits are actually around me. I had somebody tell me this years ago, and I was like, okay, all right, you know, but now I'm starting to feel their presence. You know, they're there, and they want me to know that they're there, and it's pretty exciting. So I cannot wait to connect with them more.
Yeah.
And what have you gathered so far from these spirits? Or do they serve a certain purpose for you that you know so far?
I'm feeling that it's all very positive, that they're here to help me, to guide me, and that I just need to pay attention more and talk to them more.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Definitely so. Yeah, definitely. And it's pretty cool. You say, you know, with your fire, another suggestion that'd definitely help. I'm sorry, I'm just throwing a bunch of suggestions because I work with energy. So that's like my home field right there. So another cool thing is that you can do like more with your fire. Like, since you're that fire child, I know you may want to take things like up like levels, right? Yeah, no?
Yeah.
Okay. So with your fire, like literally you can tap into your fire. One thing I've learned is that on my journey is like fire, there's so many different tones to fire, you know, the light and things like that, the intensity, all types of different stuff, your passion and things like that. But when you're really connected, like with your inner fire, you can actually like amp it up like really high. So like an example would be like if you're good at imagining, like look at your fire and then see what it looks like to you. And then however it represents itself to you, and now, okay, how can you amp it up even more? Not in the way to go crazy or whatever, but like, okay, I see it this color, I can make it brighter. And then see how that makes you feel. Just kind of like test out with it. And then it's like, okay, I know what my passion is. So my passion is kind of like the wood to my fire. So how can I like amp that up? And then as you do that, what you'll notice is that as your fire increases, your abilities will start to increase. And then things within you and around you will start to increase and like amp up more with your fire. Since you're a fire person, I was like, oh, let me suggest that. But yeah, I mean, what do you think?
That sounds great. All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. What are you thinking about?
I'm agreeing with everything you're saying, mainly because all of what you're saying is applying to me as well. Like I have never thought to apply channeling in that way. No, it's like of course you know you can do these things, but to word it that way, to have it enunciated in this fashion is excellent, because I'm like, okay, I can do that as well. Mm-hmm. I can definitely do that. I can. So what really got me is like bringing the consciousness of different techniques and different abilities we have. Like I can hear things, I can feel things. So I should connect to that energy and say, okay, how can I increase this even higher? Yeah. That's excellent.
Yeah.
Something that I've been working on is, so usually I speak on going into the heart space. Lately, I've been doing that with different chakras. We touched on that briefly, Renee, a little bit in the meetup group, but I've really been working on more of that, just going into different chakras and expanding that space and seeing what's in the energy in different chakras. And I'm noticing that lately my main chakra that I use is the heart, but mainly the crown now. Do you have any experience or any type of revelations that come to you while utilizing your crown chakra?
Okay, the thing about the crown chakra is that it's like super activated whenever I smoke weed. Like,
yes,
it's just instantaneous. Yes. And it's amazing. It just opens up the floodgates, man. Yeah,
it does.
I'm trying to be able to get to that spot without smoking. That would be a nice thing, but I'm not there yet.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, there isn't anything that's saying that is bad. Like, smoking to get to that space is like, if I guarantee if you were to connect to you guys right now and ask them how they feel about you smoking weed to get to that space, they would be like, whatever. I mean, of course, they don't want you to be high all the time, but the fact that that is helping you get to that space where you can connect to them higher, they're loving that. So there's nothing that's going against you doing that. So that's fine. Of course, yeah, it'd be nice to get to that space without the marijuana, but whatever, no biggie. Do what you got to do to feel that energy. There's no judgment.
For me, I don't see it as good or bad. Maybe like cheating. I feel like anything that's possible in a drug-induced state is possible in a natural state too.
Yeah.
So like, how do I get there? That's all.
By the same time, how I see it is that we are everything. So, quote unquote, especially like if a drug grows naturally, it is a part of us naturally. Yes, we can get to that state, but because it exists from this earth and it's coming from the earth, like we came from the earth, is an extension of us. So it's like kind of like using a pencil to write as opposed to using your finger to carve in the dirt. Of course, a pencil will increase that, but what's wrong with using that pencil? You know, we manifested the ability to create pencils, so that pencil is now a part of us. That pencil is made of wood, which is a part of the earth, which we are a part of. You know, so it's all the same thing. We are connected to everything that grows.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of synthetic drugs. That's a little. I don't feel it's of the earth, but when something grows out of the ground, I'm down. I'm like a modern day hippie. Shrooms, peyote, all these great things. That is fine. I'm ayahuasca. I'm actually okay with things that are naturally produced because I feel they're part of us. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And another thing, Renee, too, like, you know, because you asked how, and then it was just shown to me. Another thing you can do is with your crown chakra. I'm a visual person, so you know, if you're a visual person, it works too. Or this can help maybe spark an idea another way for you. But it's gonna always bring things back to like what's your core. So since you're fire, a good thing to do is like visualize your crown chakra. You don't have to do the traditional, let me open it and whatnot, but you can imagine your crown chakra either being like a source of like oxygen or air. Since fire like rises, you know, with that, you can use your crown chakra to do that, to amp up your fire, to get whatever you need to get, however you need to get in whatever way. Or you can imagine your crown chakra like some type of source of energy that it's like a catalyst, or it triggers your fire to like amp up more, to rise there. So essentially what you're doing is you're rising your vibrations to get there naturally, and then allowing whatever comes through your crown chakra to reach you in whatever way it needs to. But that's just what came to me. Yeah,
right on.
That's funny.
I'm
supposed to be asking questions, but I just get
I
keep getting stuff.
As well. No,
I keep getting stuff for
everything
her.
you're saying is applying to me as well. Like literally everything you said that you said to her is applying to me. I kid you not. Everything you said, truly. So keep it up. But another question. Well, I asked this because I want to know your experience with it. So you know how the crown chakra feels. You know how the heart space feels. What is the difference for you in going into those spaces?
The crown and the heart, did you say?
Yeah. How do you feel those two are different?
Oh my gosh, it's totally different. I mean, really, it's very intellectual up here for the crown. I mean, we're like talking about different dimensions and, you know, just the workings of the universe and very intellectual stuff. When I'm operating out of my heart, it's all. I want to say it's like the energy resembles like Jesus Christ almost. It's just
it does. It so does. I'm so glad you said that. Yeah.
Just forgiveness and compassion, and there's no anger, you know, it's just I love you, you know.
Truly, exactly. Are you religious by any chance?
I was raised Roman Catholic. My father is a pastor. That would be a good thing for me to have told you earlier. That's kind of a big deal, you know, about me, that my father's a pastor. But as for right now, I sort of like abandoned the Catholicism, and I just really appreciate Jesus as a person and what he did and what he taught. But I just leave it at that, you know. And
I agree. I completely agree. My grandmother was the Sunday school teacher, so we were at the church. We had a key to the church. We were there before anyone else. It was the most annoying shit ever because I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice in the matter. It's like I had Saturday morning to wake up late. Every other day I was up early as hell as a kid. You know, just so annoying. So I completely agree with everything because Jesus Christ existed. I talk to him all the time. I don't praise him. I just talk to him like a good friend. Nothing more, because he gets it like we get it. That there's nothing to praise because we are all each other. You know, and when you go into that space, that higher crown chakra space, you know that we're all connected, which is why that love rushes in. You know, and like you said, it's not even like a feel like the heart. You can feel the love. There's like you know it, like you know without a doubt we are connected. It's an intellectual, intuitive perspective that comes with the crown chakra that the heart doesn't exactly provide, which is okay. The heart has its own methods and whatnot, but the crown chakra definitely takes you to a space that is truly of interdimensional, like you said yourself. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Question, Renee, if you don't mind, could you kind of explain like that transition just for other viewers who may have been like on your journey, like explain that transition from the Catholic background to where you are now? Like, how was that? And then tips you could give them.
I could talk forever about this.
Good.
So what always bothered me about the Catholic religion is, you know, their views on homosexuality. Like, it's just, I mean, I don't understand how people can get behind that. And me being a bisexual person, like, it makes you feel like, oh, yeah, I'm not accepted, like I'm not loved. But like, what difference does it make? It's just, it felt so wrong to me. So that was the first thing that really bothered me about the Catholic Church. And then, you know, you dig deeper, and I've attended like seminars and all, you know, classes and things like that. And it got to a point where almost everything that I heard sounded like a lie, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just coming from man, these rules that man has created that have nothing to do with anything. It's like Jesus didn't say anything about that at all.
At all.
In the Bible? It's not. Even if it is in the Bible, like, even that's not true. It's been translated how many times, you know, in how many different languages. And where it comes from is from a very male-dominated era where women weren't even talked about. They were like less than, you know, women were not regarded as even, they were property. So the way they talk about women in the Bible, it's just atrocious. So it's just, it's outdated and it's tainted by man's views. It's not directly connected to source at all. It just isn't.
I agree. I completely agree. I'm not a fan of the Bible. I love energy and I connect with energy. If it feels good, it is good. Done. Nothing else matters to me. If something feels good, it is good. That's how I live my life. That's what I profess to others. And I've learned, what I used to do is that I would kind of sort of ridicule those who are religious. And what I've come to understand is that I don't even need to focus on those who are religious. I can just focus on those who are in alignment with my path. Because if you're on my path, you're supporting how I authentically exist as. So the fact that you're in my life means that you and I are meant to create things that I wouldn't be able to create with those who are not on my path. So if I just focus on the light, the darkness does not exist. You know what I'm saying? I'm not to say that they're evil or whatnot, but they aren't of my alignment. And that is okay. I can be aware of that and still love them, knowing that we are of the same source of energy. I just need to connect with them. You know, and that's hard for spiritualists. Sometimes we just want to love everyone, and we have to, and what people define as love is that you have to constantly want others to be of the same lifestyle that you live as, which is kind of impractical. It doesn't make sense for others to do exactly what you want them to do. It will never happen that way, you know? It's important for us to live our lives as individuals. And I don't know why, but I'm thinking of spiritualists who kind of like are very kumbaya. Like, you know, like you say you smoke weed. Traditionally speaking, like spiritualists, they don't believe that is okay. Like, oh no, that's, you know. So even at the core of like the early spiritualists, there's a sense of religion, the sense of tradition that I want to get rid of completely. It's just so silly. Let's do what we want to do. I'm not Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa isn't Mother Teresa. She doesn't exist as this perfect human being because it's impossible to exist as such, you know? So there's nothing wrong with you cussing someone out. Sometimes you want to cuss someone out. Do it. Go for it. You'll learn from that experience. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing bad about having this crassy sense of humor. There's nothing wrong with talking shit to others. You know, it's a part of the human experience. We didn't come here to be perfect. We existed as perfection before we got here. You know, we came here to be human and to have a human experience from the perspective of a God. You know?
Absolutely.
Does that make sense to you?
It makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
And just a few tips for those who are like transitioning from the Catholic to, you know, your state of consciousness now. What are a few tips that you would give them?
Oh my gosh, have an open mind. You really have to. It's hard for people to open up their minds. We are attached to these belief systems. Some of them since we were like 4 years old, and it's very hard to break them. But once you make the decision you have to decide that what you currently know may not be truth. You have to start there and open to the possibility that what you believe is not true. And then from there, every belief that comes up, you be very mindful, okay, throughout the day, notice the thoughts that cross your mind and examine them. Is this truth or is this a story I'm telling myself, you know? And then that's it. That's all you have to do. That's how I did it. And my mind broke wide open, like immediately. And I let everything go.
Yeah. And like, I agree with you on that because honestly, and it's still part of my journey to this day, is there's a lot of unbelieving that I had to go through. And I had, like you said, I had to have an open mind. And some of the things that I was taught, majority of it, I had to throw it away. And then I find, I don't know if you relate to this too, but I'll find like there'll even be new stuff that I learned. It's like, okay, wow. But then as I grow and evolve, it's like, okay, now you have to let that go. That served you for a certain amount of time, but you gotta let that go. Now you need something, this is more, it's like you're getting like closer and closer and closer to like the truth, or not the truth, but your truth, whatever.
Exactly, that's very important.
And
yes,
yeah,
yes.
So
very important.
I'm with you on that. Like, you do have to start there. Like, you do have to be open to that possibility. Like, is everything that I've been taught a lie? And if it is, okay, now what can I do about, like, and like you said, so you worded that perfect. I just wanted to comment on that. That was awesome. And yeah, what other tips were you gonna say? I didn't mean to cut you off though.
Let me just plug my phone in here. Give me 1 second. Make sure that I don't die on you. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So other tips to break away from the organized religion. What you just said too about finding out what your personal truth is. There's universal truth and then there's personal truth.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to get to know what your personal truth is, it's very scary. You have to start listening and stop blocking it out, and then to follow it.
Yeah.
That's so crucial. I have been following my personal truth ever since I first learned that I had it. Some people don't even know that it's there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important to follow your truth, because the truth is what you make it. If you believe that demons and the devils are after you, they will be after you. It'll always be that way because you deem it so. And there's power in understanding your power to create your reality. But first, you have to be aware of that power. How do you become aware of that power? By being aware of your reality and being aware of your thought process. Like you said earlier, you have to be conscious enough to know, okay, why am I thinking this? What is this thought producing? What am I experiencing? What am I thinking? What am I experiencing? How do these two connect? Think about that, and you will find some crazy parallels. And once you understand that, you will then start to manifest things you actually want to experience. You start to think about things you actually want to experience. And some people might be saying that, oh, I think of fame and fortune all the time. But what most people do is they think of fame and fortune as unattainable. They think of it as all the way over there. It is not. It is not. It is not. Mm-hmm. It is not. And the sooner you believe that, the easier you can obtain it. You just have to know that it's right there, and it will always be right there. I'm not saying it'll happen overnight, but you have the feeling. You can obtain the feeling of fame and success immediately if you really think about it. And that's really what you're after. You're after happiness. You're after joy. If something feels good, you're wanting to feel better because of it. You're wanting to increase this happiness. You're wanting to build the momentum of joy as you continue to live your life and so forth. But what we're doing is we're chasing money, we're chasing fame because we want happiness. That happiness can be found today. And as a result of finding happiness today, fame and fortune have to come because you associate fame, fortune with happiness. And because you associate those things so closely together, you are creating a reality where those things will come together like that, just because they have to. So no, fame and fortune will not be here tomorrow, but happiness can be here today.
Yeah, wow. I could share a story with you that's pretty relevant right now about personal truth and manifesting your reality. It ties it all together, really. It's phenomenal. Basically, I've been living with, my ex-fiance for about, we've been together for about 2 years. And it just occurred to me that I have been manifesting fights with him. I really thought that I was an innocent bystander.
Yeah.
I have my issues, but it just occurred to me the other day that I'm manifesting the fights so that I can get out of this relationship. And the truth is, it has nothing to do with him. It has everything to do with the fact that my personal truth, I cannot be in a relationship. I just can't. I don't know if this is going to be for the rest of my life or if it's just now. I don't need to worry about that right now. All I need to know is that my gut is telling me, get out. You cannot be with anybody right now. You cannot live the life that you want to in a committed relationship. And I'm taking the steps to leave. And there's a lot of people out there that have this same mission and they can't be in a relationship, but they're choosing to stay because it's comfortable. They have that security and they're lying to themselves, and they're going to get a lot of blockages in their life because of it.
Yeah, definitely true right there. And that's honestly, wow. I give you literally power right there, because you just said it, like, you know, you feel it in your gut and you're taking steps to do it. And that is bravery right at its finest, because a lot of people, they don't do what you just said, and you're doing that. So I have to give you literally your points and more for that. Like, totally follow your gut and do it, because you don't want those blockages. And I always tell people, you know, you need to do whatever you need to do, because those blockages will come at you, and they will come up in unexpected ways. Like, some people, that can build up into your body, and we don't want to go there, but it's just, you don't want those blockages, and you know you're not happy there, you know you're not comfortable, then you know you need to do what you need to do. And I give you your props on that, really.
I'm going to go as far as to say that the root of all mental illness is the result of lying to yourself. I really believe in that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it starts with our parents. They lie to us all the time.
Yeah. But at the same time, we needed that contrast for us to be aware of all that we're creating in the future. We wouldn't have been able to have these conversations if it wasn't for us going to church and hating it. If it wasn't for our parents being these religious people, we needed that to be here. So I don't want to knock it, but at the same time, absolutely, it is definitely that. But that's a part of the growth, and I'm excited to see.
Yeah, it's part of the third dimension. This is just, it's part of it. It's okay.
Yeah. So, were you about to ask something?
No, it's not.
Okay, so Renee, I have a question, because I asked this to a rare few, but obviously, you know, we're all spiritual here, so I can ask that to you. So my question is, how is it that you honor yourself? And just to kind of give you an example, what I mean is, what is it that Renee does to, like, you know, invest in herself, like emotionally, physically, whatever it is? Like, do you take time, you know, away from everything and everyone to just recharge? Like, what is it that you love to do? It's all in a sense of deeply respecting Renee. So that little description being said, what is it that you do to honor yourself?
Oh, such a good question, man. It starts with listening, and that can only be done if this is just for me. I can't know what I'm feeling and thinking if I'm bombarded by too much technology, you know, TVs and radios and phones and all this stuff, and people always talking at me. So I do spend a lot of time alone. Mm-hmm. And I do meditation. So it starts with just listening to yourself, and it comes up very fast for me. And then it's about having the courage to go through and believing that the universe is going to have your back. And by that, I mean, in terms of employment, I have a college degree. I am not using it. I haven't used it in years because the work that I was doing just didn't feel authentic anymore to me. Mm-hmm. And I had to go out on a limb and work like shitty jobs that I enjoyed that barely paid my rent. And you know what? A lot of people aren't willing to stay on a friend's couch or have like 4 roommates. Or, you know, I mean, I've done some crazy shit in honor of myself that a lot of people aren't willing to do because they like to be comfortable and they like to have nice things. And I like nice things too, but I've had nice things. I've had the luxury of being able to afford really nice things, but hating my job and that hatred like bleeding through my life so much that it's not worth it anymore. It's not the happiest I've ever been. Was when I had nothing, like literally not a dollar to my name, not a house, just on my friend's couch, no job, no car, no nothing. That's it.
Yeah. Wow.
I was being true to me. Yeah. That's not an easy thing to tell people.
Thank you. Thank you for being authentic and sharing that. Seriously. Thank you so much, because I'm sure that's going to help a lot of people. Like, but what you said is very true. Is just like the whole being comfortable and like, you know, hating your job is like, it's not worth it. And, you know, obviously as you're experiencing, you know, what you're experiencing, I'm sure you gained and learned so much, you know, about yourself and others during that experience. But like you said, is, you know, when you in my background, I have a little business background. So I've always heard when you're comfortable and you stay comfortable, you're dying. It's like you're staying stagnant and things like that. You're not growing, you're not expanding, you're not evolving and things like that. So essentially you're going backwards, you're deteriorating, things like that. So
I agree.
Yeah. So with what you're saying, I mean, that's bravery, literally. I love your fire is just awesome, literally. So yeah, I appreciate that. But seriously, no, thank you for being authentic and sharing that with us. You know, that's really awesome. That shows so much strength behind, you know, just saying that. It shows a lot about you, and that's pretty awesome. You know?
Thank you.
Yeah.
And you know, spirit, the source, creator, whatever you want to call it, has never once let me down, because I believe that it wouldn't. You know, I put my faith out there and it responds. It's all about what you believe. If you believe that you're going to be taken care of, you will. Yeah. It's really that easy.
Yeah. Definitely true. Definitely true.
But it's a matter of like allowing that to come through, because like you said earlier that you were manifesting the arguments with your ex-boyfriend. Everything we experience, we manifest. Everything. Like I'm talking from millisecond to millisecond. Everything we experience is something we create. So if you're having trouble allowing yourself to be taken care of, and you're finding that you're failing as a result, and you're having money issues, and you're having issues in relationships, you're creating that for yourself. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. And like, don't do this. Do this. Go into yourself and think, what am I doing to create this situation? What am I doing to manifest what I'm experiencing? It starts with this, then you feel it here, and then it goes there. It goes out. Mental first, emotions, fuel the mental, that creates the actual physical manifestation. But know this. Everything we feel and experience is past tense, you know, because really all that we're creating starts in here. If we can see it in here first, that's the real time. That's cutting edge now.
That's real time.
Yeah, that is true. This is real time. This is not like this. That's past tense, because it's in here first. Truly, it is.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I want to open up the window for our viewers to have, if you have any questions about anything, it'd be like anything intuitive, something completely random, anything. And while they're doing that, I want to say that this video is the best of the best. This is the best we've ever done. Just the energy that's flowing here, the way you two are connected, the way I'm connected. Like I knew we would work together, but I can see us three working together now. Because I know how Thaddeus is, and I know that he usually doesn't just go into intuitive states for no reason. Like he doesn't usually just receive stuff for no reason. So if he's receiving stuff naturally without question, without really making an effort on his part, the great things are happening. And the fact that he's saying great things to you, but for me, it's like, it means like the things he's saying for you, I can apply in so many ways, in ways that I would have imagined to do so. And it's really awesome to be a part of this experience, honestly. I feel like this, I've never watched any of our other videos, honestly. Once I do them, I'm done with them. I will watch this and I will take notes. we have like, there's just great energy flowing here. Great energy flowing here. I love it. Yeah, it's awesome. So if anyone wants to ask any questions, feel free to ask. Renee, what I want you to do, Renee, in the meantime, is like do an intuitive reading for whomever's watching this. Just say, like, intuitively guide those who will come across this video.
If you want to warm up, you can start with me. I want to experience the amazing. Please.
All right, I will. Thaddeus. Okay. So let's see. Oh, I'm just going to go ahead and connect to just the highest realm, you know, just source energy right now. No middleman.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the way it seems to work best for me is I see things and then I just tell you what I see and then we talk about it together.
Okay.
The first thing that I saw was a night sky, like stars.
Beautiful.
You know? Yeah.
Love
and
it.
then I saw a shooting star.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, we could take that so many different ways. I mean, the first thing that comes to me, oh, Rocky, my dog, he's here with me. The first thing that comes to me is, for shooting star, is like, what do you want? You know, like, whatever you want, it's there for you. Make a wish upon a shooting star, man. You know, like, it's really that easy. What do you want to manifest today?
I know. Yeah,
that's manifesting whatever you want.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
I agree. Yeah, it's like that. Like you said, it's like, oh, what I want to do today, and it's just, yeah, I get that. Sometimes I'll go in my space. I'm like, all right, so what now? Yeah, so I agree. I agree with you on that. Yeah, that's cool.
Superman also came to say hi.
Superman?
Nice.
That's what's up. Tell him I said what's up. Okay, Superman. Okay.
All right, my turn. I'm next.
Superman said hi.
Wow.
Let me have a conversation with
Superman. We're still talking about Superman right now.
Thank you.
Okay.
Stay over here. Stay over here. I have not talked to Superman before. Let me talk to Superman. Thank you. How is Superman doing today?
Superman is doing awesome today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
He came by to say what's up because if you think about it, shooting stars and Superman, I'm feeling a theme right now. Okay. Right? Superpowers, you know, manifesting, like, you have superpowers, man.
Thank
the
you.
two of you. I mean, like, what a combination. I can't even believe wow. I love that you guys are a pair here. I feel like you can do anything.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
truly, I agree.
I agree. I definitely agree. He's awesome. Literally, he helps me out with so much stuff. Like, yeah, he literally, and I say this like on every podcast, like, he's like the driving force behind like everything we do. So, yeah, he's that guy.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's really awesome. Yeah. Yeah. You ready for your?
I'm ready for my reading.
Cause see, you know, this is a lot for him to, you know, you know. But thank you, Renee. I greatly appreciate it so very much. I appreciate you and your ability. So thank you so much.
Sure thing. It's a pleasure. Okay, so Darius, what do we got for you tonight? Okay. So this time I'm hearing a song. That's a big one for me too. Songs, because I'm a very musical person. I'm a musician, so the universe speaks to me through songs and music. And I just heard Rihanna's Umbrella song for you in my head.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's super interesting. I'm not sure quite if that's saying that you are somebody's umbrella or if someone's supplying an umbrella for you, but I'm definitely feeling this I got your back type situation going on with you.
I know exactly who that is. Yeah.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Exactly who that is. And it's funny you say Rihanna. I daydream sometimes. I'm a Pisces rising, so I daydream often. And Rihanna was the main focus of a daydream today. And it's so interesting that you say that. So interesting. So interesting, because I daydream about being places I'm not yet, but I know I will be. And I know I will know Rihanna one day. I know we'll be connected. And the fact that you mentioned her, of all people, speaks volumes to me. Thank you so much.
Darren, you will meet her. I just got the chills as you said.
Oh, I know. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was saying about that. Oh, earlier today, but we'll be great friends one day. Like I'm like in my Uber. I'm like going home my Uber. You know, Rihanna and I, we'll be great friends one day. Like, yeah, no doubt at all. Nice. It's lovely that you say that. So lovely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rihanna. Good connection, right there.
Yeah,
okay.
Seriously.
All right. Keep that in mind, you know.
Yeah.
Knowing all these famous people.
I guess.
I see you.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I'm glad this happened. Again, I think this is the best we've done on a podcast. This is the best we've done ever. Just the energy between us is just immaculate. This is like, yeah, truly. Just the way things are working out. The guidance is it's like going full circle each time. You're bringing up things that just like things I was daydreaming about earlier today. It's just you brought that up, and it helped. I can assure you that helped everyone who watched it, but it was also specific to me. And I know when you received something while you did that, it's like the energy's bouncing. To hear it, it's connecting to everyone. And I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm so excited. Today was fun. I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm just really happy to be here. Extremely happy. This is, like, again, my favorite podcast thus far, by far.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to hear that. I had a great time.
Yeah.
Literally. This is wonderful.
It was nice to meet you, Miss Renee.
Yes.
It was lovely to meet you as well.
Yeah. I got Superman talking to me, bro.
Yeah, you do.
I ain't on your status talking to Rihanna.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. Okay.
So for those who are watching, make sure you like Renee's Facebook page. It's Read My Cards Renee, okay? Read My Cards Renee. That's right?
That's correct. And
okay, perfect.
To be on YouTube as well. Same name. Read My Cards.
Same name. And if you want, you can go in the More Info box, click that link, and go ahead and like that page, so you can get your reading from her. You'll see her on YouTube, and we will continue to work with her. I know I'll definitely work with her one-on-one, but I know Thaddeus, we're going to bring Thaddeus into the mix as well, because the energy between us is phenomenal. So I'm wanting all of us to work together, but just for in the meantime, just make sure you follow her, make sure you're up to date with what she's doing. And if you can't follow her, we will bring her back to you. Trust me. You will be aware of her more and more. I guarantee it, okay?
Wonderful.
So yeah, this was fun. This was really fun. Yes.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say, Renee? Anything you want to ask us or anything?
I still don't know Thaddeus's sign.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I am a Virgo Libra cusp. My sun sign. My moon sign is a Leo, and my rising is a Cancer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good to know. That's nice. I like that combo. That sounds really great.
It is.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I have a strong background in astrology. That was my first love. My grandmother was an astrologer and a palm reader, so I have.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, it runs in the family.
Astrology is like the marijuana of the spiritual world, honestly, because it's like the gateway thing. Because astrology was the first thing for me too. Before anything else, it was astrology. That was my shit. Really? Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. Astrology is kind of like the door opener with a lot of things. Like, what's your sign?
Exactly. That's becoming common ground. And something else is like crystals are now becoming common ground. Everyone knows about amethyst. You know, everybody knows amethyst. You know, it's satellite's becoming more popular. Rose quartz. These are becoming very popular things, which is great because like the common people are starting to evolve naturally. You know, start to evolve naturally. I'm excited to see what our grandchildren know. You know, what's the common thing for them? You know,
that's definitely.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Gosh, I might want to look into that now. I know about about my children, but I don't know about the grandkids.
I feel like they'll understand that we're all intuitive. I feel like intuition will be just common sense. Like, oh, duh, you're obviously intuitive, dude. I feel like it'll be just common sense by then. Yeah, seriously.
Got me thinking.
When I'm done, it will be, like for sure.
Oh man, might have to peep in on that. Funny. This was fun. Yeah. Any more questions that you have, Renee, before we need anything?
And are you? I know where Darius. He's a local to South Florida. Are you also a local?
Yeah. I think you guys meet 10 minutes away from my house. So
like he introduced me to Kelsey Park. I know that part because of him. So, he lives like moments away from my home. Like we're all in the same area.
Yeah.
Truly. Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. Born and raised in the area, so I am here.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right, Renee. I'll be seeing you soon, okay? Did you get my email? By the way, I sent you an email recently. Did you get that?
I did get the email, yes. Okay.
Perfect. Good. We just want to bring that up now. I don't know why. But yeah. I'll be in touch with you. I look forward to working with you further.
Same.
Yeah. All right, Renee. It was fun.
Okay, guys. Have a great night.
Thank you, Renee. You as well. See you soon.
All right.
All righty.